Good morning. I'm County Executive P.J. Wendel. I'm coming to you today in response to a statement made recently by the New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision and Governor Hochul. It was announced yesterday that they intend to release convicted felons early into our communities in order to have, and I quote, the appropriate balance between the safety and well-being of those working and residing in Doc's correctional facilities and public safety. There you have it, friends. The reason our corrections officers were on strike was because they had unsafe working conditions. And in the very quote, the Department of Corrections and the governor admits there are unsafe working conditions. But instead of reaching out for long-term decisions and working with our corrections officers, the governor and the Department of Corrections has chosen to work with the incarcerated individuals, the convicted felons, those who have committed crimes and have been sentenced to New York State prisons. This rash decision will not solve the problems in the New York State prison system, but instead it's going to put our communities at risk. I call on Governor Hochul and the Department of Corrections to reverse this decision. Instead, work towards long-term solutions. Let's reinstate the countless corrections officers who have given their time to protect the residents of our communities. They were demanding safe working conditions, and in this quote, it says the conditions were not safe. Instead of working with them, they were terminated. It's time to bring them back. It's time to work for those who are protecting our communities rather than those who are causing crime and being sentenced. The question I asked the governor and the Department of Corrections, have you reached out to the victims or the victims' families and asked their input on whether or not these men and women should be released early? We need to repeal pro-criminal legislation like the HALT Act and ensure adequate staffing and safety from our corrections officers. This is the very reason that they were on strike. Unsafe conditions. They asked for the HALT Act to be repealed. I was told it can't be repealed. It's a law. But yet, right now, we have put other laws on pause in order to have corrective action. These inmates have been convicted and should serve the entirety of their sentence, so their justice prevails for their victims. It's time to stop jeopardizing public safety in New York State, and it's time to stand up for law and order. My door is always open. And if Governor Hochul or her administration needs any help or questions, I will gladly work with them to create long-term solutions. We need to stop favoring the criminals and start working with our COs and ensuring that our communities are kept safe. Thank you.